takes 10,000 hours.
But honestly,
Who has that kind of time? So, I decided to make a 3D concept art by learning 3D in 100 hours.
by the way, what is actually concept art?
Is a form of visual design created to communicate ideas, moods, and the overall
I used to be inspired by so much concept art, dude. I used to look up epic monster, 3D, concept art, epic drawing sketch, like 20 times. And I'd be annoyed when my art didn't look the same as it. Bro, I'd be pissed.
look of something, usually from movies, games, animation, or any creative project, before the final version is made.
But it doesn't have to be completely limited to the beginning.
Before touching Blender, I needed an idea. I wanted something magical, soft, aesthetic, and simple, and one thing popped into my head. Train platforms in Japan.
Bro, I like
And this is the
aesthetic of
concept that
video.
I wanted to do.
It makes me want to. It makes me want to edit and create, but I don't have time. No, I really don't have time. I wanted to say I was being a little pussycat about it, but I really don't. If I force myself to like really edit a video, I would have like, I'm itching my nuts, by the way. Sorry if you thought otherwise. But if I really posted like that, or if I really edited it like that, dudes, I would have like 2 minutes of sleep. And I'd wake up just, I wake up like I was just tied to the bottom of the seafloor, just. What year is it? Come on. Phone warm, look set, alarm clock. Oh shoot, I'm 3 hours late for work. My eyes won't open. I'm gonna have to drive blind. That's exactly how it'll go. Oh my god. But it'd be worth it sometimes, dude. You ever make a good piece of content or art and then you just watch it over and over again? Like you account for like 13 of the views because that's how much you like it. Only have 2 pieces. I've posted like over 100 pieces of content at this point, and only have 2 pieces of content that are even 10% like that. It annoys me because I want to create more. I don't have the time, dude.
A woman standing on a platform with a train passing by, trees around and some clouds.
And some model
Something more
references,
dynamic.
such as stations, trains,
You know what?
signal
I'm
pole,
not making
trees and characters.
That's it.
Before starting this project, I already had a basic understanding of 3D modeling, texturing, UV mapping, and lighting. I'm not an expert, but I'm comfortable with the essential tools in Blender.
And it's time to model.
Started by add cylinder, scale it up to the axle, scale it down, right click and shade auto smooth, move it up
If you ain't rewatched the first episode of how to make a donut in Blender like 20 times, you're not a real artist. Get up out of here.
a little bit. Next I will make this part of the light sign.
Add plan, change scale and rotation. It should look like a cross shape at a slightly lower angle. There's a reference.
And there is so much more to talk about that I will skip this point because it will make too long.
I'll skip it when the model is finished. And there it is.
Now time for
Hey.
texturing.
It don't need to be highly detailed or realistic.
I made this image to use as a texture for the light pole and the sign,
skill.
And I found a small problem with UV mapping texture.
For those who don't know what it is, I'll give you a brief explanation. UV mapping is a 3D modeling technique that maps a 2D texture onto a 3D object. It essentially unwraps a 3D model's surface into a 2D plane, allowing artists to apply detailed textures and images.
And for a beginner like me, it's not that hard to fix. And for some textures you can use free access from these sources.
I use them too.
shoot.
They are a great time saver.
And finally I finished the first model.
For the next model, I'll use Chimanada stations for reference.
Add cement floor,
The
some
reason I'm
ground.
looking like that is because our posts are those things like all the way through yellow and black. I thought the X was the only yellow and black thing.
Road, bench,
Pillar foundation.
steel column, more, roof beam, awning, roof mount and beam, roof, texture, and we done. And for the train model, I will find a blueprint as a reference to make the ratio not distorted and look natural. And here is the blueprint that I found by chance, which is exactly what I needed.
So, I created it based on this. Start with the basic
No, I
structure,
want cheap
interior,
viewers.
doors, glass,
Streambo.
minor details, wheels, car headlights, and diesel engines, materials
Dude,
and
did your
finish.
account get taken over or whatever? Oh, sorry.
For the trees, it would be
Dude, why are you cheap scamming? Come on, man. I'm gonna have to ban you.
difficult and time-consuming to do it myself, so I looked for a tutorial video.
And I found a video how to make the triggers I'm looking for. Really good tutorial.
That's the thing, bro. You could. You guys hear me nice and intimately with a little smooch? Gave you a nice and wet one. But that's the thing about nowadays. You be thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, dudes. I've been here for 519 million quintillion hours. Man, what do? Just search it up. Some dude on Reddit posted it like 5 years ago, man. Don't even play. Don't even waste your time like that. It's not even up to you anymore. It's fated that you go ahead and search up that Reddit guy. He's waiting there. Tantalizing. And right below it is like 10 people who asked all the follow-up questions you need to ask. Or ChatGPT. Or YouTube. YouTube that John is some guy with a 10-minute, no, it was like a 3-minute, it's some Indian guy with a 3-minute tutorial. Show guys today. Problem solved.
After following the video, although I had some trouble with the geometry notes, I finally got what I wanted. After I have the model ready, I will arrange it and find the best camera angle, along with adding various models and play around with HDRI.
Lighting is essential for setting the mood. Added a light spot and depth helps the image look more dimensional and lively than before.
For the render engine, I will use Eevee because it gives a cartoon-like tone,
And render faster than Cycle because my PC is not very powerful.
and use Grease Pencil to make the stroke for each
I
object.
remember using Eevee.
And this is a rough preview, but it's basically like
Reminds me
this.
of when I used to try and animate all the time. When I tried to
For the character, I wanted it to be a woman wearing a
Why is she
white dress, brown hair, and a
Oh, nah. You gotta think, bro. Artists are perverts, low-key. Not him, specifically. Just saying. Every model has gotta be fake. Pixar moms, this is a kid's movie. You'll just randomly, and then you'll just randomly see stuff in like the most innocuous, like you'll do a little, why they do that? Because they know you're not going to sit there and pause every frame. Like, they going to make it so that, like, one frame, somebody's just, like, super thick, you know, just with 10 C's, you know, just scrum-diddly, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, we don't talk about that. We like to keep our artists under wraps, you know, respectfully, spend so much time in their craft. Man, they're gooners. You're a gooner if you're an artist. Wait, I'm an artist. I take back what I said. Just ignore what I said previously. It's null and void. Don't even get out of your forehead there.
straw hat.
I'll start with an overall sketch, vector lines, solid colors,
Ooh,
and
I have
shadows.
Critter.
To make it easier to animate, I'll break it down into individual pieces.
But it wasn't that easy because I'd never done any animation before.
So it's good to find examples and references.
After get along with it for a while, I finally got this.
Wait, is he animated?
And
Critter?
references.
After get along
He is. No, he isn't. Yes, he is. That's Critter. He can animate in Critter. Makes me
with it
wanna
for a while, I
animate.
finally got this.
It's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. Now, let's add some movement for Train.
But as you can see, the parts are separate and I don't want to put them together. So I use a blank object, set it as the parent object to make it easier to move other objects. And insert keyframe for movements.
That's
Put them together. And here is the final result.
Wait, I think she's
Hey.
too big. Okay, good.
hey. Whoa, dude! Whoa, 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 whoa. Am I tripping? So this is F in my mind. I thought she was in front of the train. I didn't know she was like behind the train looking outward. Which I guess it still works, obviously, but I don't know. Kind of messed my mind up. Freaking.
After spending 100 hours learning Blender, I've gained more than I expected. From basic modeling, lighting, and materials to scene composition and final rendering.
The results might not be perfect, but I feel more confident now and ready to keep improving. And here's a little tip I've come to understand after getting to 3D for a while.
Modeling.
Start with simple shapes. Block out your forms first, and don't rush into detail. Good structure always matters more than complexity. Texture. Use roughness, variation, and imperfections to make materials feel natural. Even simple shaders can look great with the right surface detail. UV mapping. Organized UVs make texturing so much easier. Take the time to unwrap properly and avoid stretching. It pays off in the final look.
Lighting.
Think like a photographer. Lighting sets the mood, guides the eye, and brings the entire scene together, even more than textures sometimes.
And use 2D programs like Photoshop or others to help you for Final's render process.
Oh yeah.
And always flexible.
That's 1,000 times better. No problem, Bob. All right, I think that's it for me today. I'm gonna go ahead and blip, blip. I like the video. I like it. Guess we'll end. Oh. Oh. And it's that one. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you tuned in for a second or if you're watching a clip. I don't know if I'm going to make any of this into a YouTube video. I'm just practicing for when I have more than myself in here, pretty much. So, thanks for watching. Don't like, subscribe, comment, do none of that stuff. Just enjoy the content and Torinos. See you later. Yeah.